friends, it's me again, and today let's talk about a little bit about science and technology. Okay, so you may wonder, so what I am doing about this video? What do I am related to science and technology? So you can see the title if you are curious. So today, I want to talk you about 10 most greatest inventions of all the time. I remember that all the inventions here are, in the chronological order from the earliest to the latest. So now let's start. And one claimer that these are not all the greatest inventions, that's just some of them. So if you wanna figure out all the greatest inventions, then go to the internet and just figure it out on it. Okay, so now let's start our video. So the first invention, also the oldest discoveries of humans, and I think that is the milestone of the people and the human civilization is fire. Okay, so it's debatable that fire is discovered rather than invented, but I don't know, I just care about why fire is important or why fire is necessary and become the indisputable for our life. Okay, so according to some research and historians all over the world, fire was used the first time 2 million years ago. Wow, it's such a long time, maybe in ancient time. But it is utilized the most for cooking or some stuff like that 125,000 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry, because that's such a long time. We even didn't know about cooking, right? But maybe ancient people use fire for war or cooking, but just grill some meats or cook meats and foods. I think so. Okay, so this is the most important part. So why fire is important to our life and become the indisputable thing? Because fire keeps us warmth and protection. Thanks to fire, we don't have to be freezing in the winter. We just sit in front of the fire camp and we will become very warm, and it also protection you from some wild animals. Whenever you go camping, you have to have a fire camping to prevent some wild animals like tigers or lions from attacking you. So yeah, keep us warm and protection. And also fire is the fundamental thing to help you develop another skill and inventions like cooking food or burning the fossil fuels and some stuff like that. So the first thing, fire. And come to the second thing, wheel. Okay, so wheel is the part, and for example a car have 4 wheels. Wheels makes the transportation like car, bus, train can move. And according to the internet, I have just searched about it, wheel was the first invented by Mesopotamians a long time ago, and it first was put on a chariot. Oh, and by the way, chariot is a type of vehicle in ancient time, maybe in Greek, I think, in the 15th century. So why wheel is important? Well, like fire, wheel helps at a lot of things, it makes the life of people become more convenient and easier. Like it help you to purchase food from another country to another country by going transportation, and it also have transportation too, migration, traveling, many purposes. So that's about wheel. And the second thing is optical lenses. Okay, so if you don't know what top optical lenses are, then let me just take you an example. Do you know the the telescope, and the microscope. The lenses are the things that help you to expand your vision to see the things that are far away from you. Like you can use the telescope to see stars, to see planets, maybe. Yeah, that's the optical lenses. Help you to invent and to expand our vision to see tiny things like bacteria or stars that I told you the first. And optical lenses were first created in Egypt and Mesopotamia. So optical lenses are the most used in the medical technologies. Media technologies like camera, television, telescope, laptop also use optical lenses. So yeah, that's the third invention. And now, come to the fourth invention. I bet you know it, is compass. Okay, so compass is normally used when you are traveling and you want to locate and orient which destination you are in, and you use a compass to indicate like north or west, or I don't even remember 4 things in the northwest. Okay, so anyway, compass is made of lodestone, and the first time in China at least 200 to 300 BC. And yeah, that's about compass. In fact, I don't know a lot about compass, so I just introduce it to you guys. And the fifth thing is paper. Okay, so it is unavoidable that paper is so important. We use paper all the times. We paper to take notes, to write down things, and to share your ideas with others. Oh, and paper also used for exams too. Yeah, that's right. And okay, so paper was invented the first time and was used the first time by some scholars in China 200 BC ago. Yeah, that's a very long time. And paper first invented in China. Well, before I had read that news, I think that paper was first used in the United States. I don't know why I think that, but yeah. So paper in China. And the sixth thing is gunpowder. So gunpowder, like paper, also invented in China in the 9th century. Yeah, it means that like 12 centuries ago, very long time ago. And gunpowder support a lot of facilities, but most used in the military technologies and some wars. Yeah, that's the gunpowder. And the seventh thing is I use it all the times to print things, to print scripts, to print exams, practice tests for IELTS. It's the printing press, of course. So the printing press first used in 1439 by a Germany called Johannes Gutenberg. And this is one of the stuff that is first invented in the modern age. So we use the printing press for many purposes, like we print out the scripts, the paper, or the templates, the practice exams, and etc. So yeah, that's the seventh invention. And the eighth invention, and I think that's the milestone for the humanity evolution, electricity. Okay, so according to many reliable resources, including Wikipedia, the internet, is that electricity was first discovered by Benjamin Franklin. And if I have not mistaken, is that Benjamin Franklin is one of the presidents of the United States, but I don't know, I think so. And he just discovered by chance when he tried to fly his kite and under thunderstroke to see which is the connection between electricity and thunderstorm, and suddenly he received an electronic shock, and from that scientists around the world came to an conclusion that electricity has existed a long time ago, but Benjamin Franklin was the first person to discover it in 1752. So along with the most greatest invention in the 20th century is the light bulb, which is invented by Thomas Edison. Electricity became a very indispensable thing in everyone's life. We use electricity all the times. Everyone uses it for lighting, for some electrical devices like laptops, television, fans, the air conditioner I am using, and the iPad that I'm using also need electricity to charge it, so that we will have battery to record films. We use electricity a lot, and by the way, don't waste electricity. You have to save it by turning off the lines when you don't use it, or shut down your computers when you don't use it, so that you can save some of the electricity. Okay, so come back to the 10 most greatest invention. I think I am talking so much about electricity. So the ninth thing is the telephone. So telephone is first used by an inventor from Scotland, Alexander Graham Bell, and his assistants. So these two guys used telephone to phone each other the first time. It was the electric phone, the very first time, and it enhanced our communication ways, right? So you use telephone to communicate with your relatives, with your friends, your siblings from a long distance. You can even use telephone to call, to communicate, to contact with your friends, maybe 100 and 1,000 miles away from you, but you can't contact it. So I think telephone is very important. And last but not least, the final greatest invention of the list here, and I think that is doesn't all. We also have another invention like car, television, iPad, some technology thing, but I just told you the 10 things that I know. Okay, so anyway, the 10th thing is airplane. Okay, so airplane was first invented in 1903 by the twins from American called Wright brothers. Open the distance between the human and the sky closer and much easier. Okay, so by the way, to talk about Wright brothers, I remember that once I read a book about these two guys, about Wright brothers, who's invented their airplane. I know, but I remember that I have read it before. Yeah, so Wright brothers are very famous. They invented the airplane and make our life can reach to the greatest distance like the sky. We can travel by airplane, travel from this country to another country. So yeah. But one disadvantage I don't think that I like about airplane is that it used for wars. So if you live in Vietnam, you can see that from the old historical period of Vietnamese, French used airplane all the times to destroy, to dominate the Vietnamese, and I'm so sad about that. But yeah, it's just the history and it's just the past, and don't think about it. Okay guys, so I think that's all the things I want to tell you about this video. This is a little bit about scientific and technology. So if you don't want me to do about it because you think science is so boring and you don't want to discover it, then you can leave to another video. I have tons of videos about another things like study, about news reading, pronunciation. So remember to check this out. And thank you so much guys for watching my YouTube channel. If you have more questions, more ideas about what I am doing at the next videos, feel free to comment down below, and maybe I will take time to consider doing your channels or your ideas. And see you later at the next videos. Bye bye.